Hi everyone, Tams here. Welcome to my summer vlog series. Throughout the summer, I'm going to be sharing a few vlog style videos with you for two reasons. One, I want to capture our bucket list items, our summer bucket list items that we are accomplishing. And most importantly, two, I hope that sharing this with you in vlog style can help to answer a lot of the questions I get. I get a lot of questions from you guys in my comments, and one of the most popular questions is, how do I host so many events here at the house? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you our low country boil that we're going to be having here at the house to host our game group. We are part of a board game group that normally meets at another person's house throughout the year, but in the summer they take off. And for the past few years, we've tried to host at least one of these events. And a fun thing that we want to do is a low country boil. So I'm going to use this vlog to share with you how I plan for that, how I get things done, and how you can do something very simple just to have your friends over. This will be an event where everyone sits at the table, so a sit down event. I'll have other vlogs throughout the summer where I do different things, so you can have some different options and ideas on how to host your friends over the summer. Okay, it's the day before the event, and I'm going to run through with you some of the things that I do to get ready. So let's talk about food, and then we'll talk about preparations. So food, our menu is a low country boil. This is very easy to do. I have a huge pot. I'll show you when we're making it, but I fill it with water, beer, very cheap beer, Old Bay seasoning, and then we cook in various times. We first start with potatoes. We boil potatoes, and then we throw in some smoked sausages, and then we throw in some little ears of corn, and at the very end we throw in a bunch of shrimp, which does not take long to make. And also, if anyone does not want the shrimp, I can go ahead and take out the potatoes, corn, and sausage for them, put them in a separate plate, and then throw in the shrimp. This is a super easy recipe, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's very laid back. It's very Southern. And to me, it just means summertime. We are not going to eat outside, but traditionally what you would do if it was a little bit cooler and the bugs weren't so bad from the rainy season starting, a lot of people just throw out some newspaper on a picnic table, and they strain the mixture and literally dump it all out on a table for people to just grab and eat. I'll be having a side of coleslaw with this. And we have a member of our friend group that plays board games that likes to bake, and they have offered to bring dessert. So my tip number one for you, when you set a menu, go ahead and have in mind and let your guests know what you're going to have, and offer if they would like to bring a side or a dessert, or maybe the sodas and the drinks, and you will find that a lot of people will. Okay, now let's talk about preparing the house. I will do the bulk of my cleaning tomorrow, but I find that this is the topic that scares most people away. Everyone thinks they need to have a perfect home. And my second tip for you is you do not have to have a perfect home. What you just need to worry about is the rooms that your guests are going to be in. So when my guests come in, they are going to walk through this front room. We are going to eat at the dining room table. It's very likely that they'll want to sit in the Florida room when they first get here and possibly have a cocktail. And then down the hallway is the guest bath, and I will have that clean. All the other doors back here will be closed because nobody needs to see the rest of the house. The kitchen my kitchen is a working kitchen, and people know that. So when they come, yes, I will have cleaned it, but it will most likely be dirty. Dirty in meaning there will be pots and pans and things scattered. And I just need to make sure people can get to the refrigerator if they need to maybe put their dessert in there or grab a soda. They can see through into the den, but I'll just have that a little straightened up, but we're not going to spend time in the den because that's where my dogs are. And that is their area, and they will stay in there away from the guests. And then my master is on the other side of that, And I'm not even going to worry about that. Now, you should already have some type of cleaning schedule as part of your lifestyle. And I don't know what yours is, but mostly I spend at least one day a week tidying, sweeping, dusting, keeping things really clean. And then I also put a lot of effort into this side of the house this summer because guests are coming in and out and staying. But you don't have to have a perfect house. My house is almost 100 years old. It does not have a lot of modern amenities. I just try to decorate it as pretty as I can with what I have, and I try to keep it clean. So, once again, don't think you have to have a perfect house. Just the areas that you are going to have your guests in, just get those clean. That's really all you have to do. And you do not have to have matching furniture and all of that. In fact, we don't have enough room at this dining room table, and I'll show you when it's set up. But I will be pulling out some plastic folding chairs to accommodate everyone. So don't think this is going to look like this when we're done, because everybody just wants a place to sit. I may have enough chairs, though, when we're done, because we're going to play our board game here at this table. And I'm not sure that everyone that's coming to eat is going to stay for the board game. But anyway, we'll have room. We will use the same table for eating and for board gaming. So there you are. That is your tip for getting your house ready. Mostly what I'm doing the day before the event is making sure I've got all the groceries that I need here in the house so that we don't have to make any last minute runs. And yeah, so I'm heading out to the grocery store and picking up the items that we need. Okay, we're done with grocery shopping. Another question I got is someone asked me, how do I manage to get all the things done in my life? And I will try to answer that throughout these vlogs. But in terms of groceries, I have shared a video last fall about how I do all my grocery shopping. Essentially, my grocery shopping does not take very long because it's very routine. I buy a lot of the same ingredients every week, and then if we have an event like this Low Country Boil, I just need to buy a few extra things. Nothing's really changed since I made those videos, except I did share in my transformation story how I am eating more protein. So we did join the Sam's Club because they have much better deals on good proteins. So the shrimp for the shrimp boil and the sausages came from Sam's. So I'm still on the same budget, and I am shopping about every 10 days instead of every week. So that's a way to save some time. Okay, we're back at the house, and I did want to keep talking about time and making time to host. That is a very good question. Like, how do I manage to work all this in? I would say the best answer to that is I make it a priority, and that leads into our why. So if you want to host, know why you want to host. And I can tell you that if it's just to show off your new house and all your pretty things in your modern kitchen, you may not get a lot out of it moving forward. I'll share my why. My why is I know that we're all good at something. We all have strengths and weaknesses. I have a lot of weaknesses, but I know that my strengths are celebrating and entertaining and hospitality in general. I enjoy it. I have always enjoyed it since I can remember. When I was a kid, I used to decorate the table for my mom, for special holidays. My brother and I would make little menus and we would cook. I've always loved creating celebrations, parties, and hosting. It comes naturally to me. And I intentionally decided over the past year or so that I wanted to align my strengths with things for other people, doing things for other people. And I believe it was last year I learned a lot about this whole loneliness epidemic. And if doing something as simple as opening up my house, inviting people in, and making them feel welcome and that they are a part of something, I am happy to do it. It's easy for me, I enjoy it, and I have prioritized it. So maybe question your why, and don't worry so much about everything being new or beautiful and perfect. We are living in a time where people just want to be a part of something, and they want to feel thought of, and they love the fact that you're just inviting them. And if they're your close friends, they just want to be with you. This particular event, I've known these people for years now. We can eat off paper plates if we want to. In fact, I wanted to say that, you know, a Low Country Boil is great if you just want to eat off paper plates. They just want to come and hang out and play games. That's it. It's not really anything pretentious that's going to be happening. I'm going to make it a little bit nicer than paper plates just because I want to, and that's me, but it's not going to be fine china. And I just want, number one, for them to feel welcome, to be comfortable, to be themselves, to get their bellies filled with something that's delicious and good for them, and that they have a good time. And if that is your why, then I think that you will get just as much out of it as your guests. So to answer the question about time, I make time. I intentionally decided about a year ago that I wanted to do something to help with the loneliness epidemic in the world, and everything that I researched and discussed with people said start in your own circle. Start with what you have and start with where you are. So I've been opening up the house for various events for friends, and I've actually expanded into other things, which I'll share in some more vlogs. But make the time, make it a priority, especially if it's something that comes easy for you. If this is not your thing, don't worry about it. You have another thing. And there might be other people that are good at hospitality, and they want to invite you. And your thing may be just keeping conversation, being a great conversationalist, and keeping the conversations going at events. So you don't know until you try. Good morning. It's Friday morning, the day of the Low Country Boil. I am out for my morning walk, and this morning's tip is about last minute changes. We were expecting 7 to 8 people tonight, but 2 people have had to cancel for good reason. And my tip is don't worry about that. Those things happen. And the great thing about a Low Country Boil is that you can reduce all the ingredients. You just really cut up and throw into the pot what you need per person. So easy to adapt to any last minute cancellations. Those will happen. And don't be offended or don't worry about them. That's just how it goes. So all I have to do today is clean up and tidy a little bit and then get ready. So I'll show you just clips from here on out of the event itself. Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning the next day, and I did want to show you the state of the kitchen and one of your final tips. I did not have to clean up the kitchen, Bill did this, so when I woke up, I didn't have a sink full of dishes, or last night after the party, I didn't have to clean up anything. So my final tip for you is make sure you have some help with cleanup if that is not your thing. Bill is great about that. Whenever we host, he is so great about if I do all the prep work and the cooking, he will pretty much clean up. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you in my next summer vlog.